3 women, 1 home, vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle, no forced entry, no goodbye, just silence. This is the unsettling mystery of the Springfield Three. It was June 6, 1992, the morning after high school graduation in Springfield, Missouri. 2 best friends, Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall, both 18, had spent the evening bouncing between graduation parties. Their plan was simple: hang out with friends, maybe spend the night at a classmate's house, and then go to a water park the next day. But plans changed. Around 2 a.m. the girls decided to go to Suzie's home instead. Suzie lived with her mum, Sherrill Levitt, a 47-year-old hairdresser known for being warm and reliable. Sherrill had called a friend earlier that evening, settled in for the night, and was believed to be home alone waiting for her daughter. By morning, all 3 women were gone. When friends arrived at the house the next day, they found the front porch light on and the glass globe covering it shattered. The front door was unlocked. The family dog Cinnamon was anxious but unharmed. All 3 women's purses, keys and cars were still there. Suzie's clothes from the night before were folded neatly. Makeup bags were untouched. Beds looked slept in but barely disturbed. There were no signs of a break-in, no blood, no noise, nothing missing. It was as if they had all been plucked from their lives in an instant. The only odd detail? The answering machine had a strange message. One that authorities later said might have held a clue, but the tape was accidentally erased before it could be analysed. From the moment police got involved, the mystery only deepened. Initially, they treated the case as a possible runaway situation, but within 24 hours it was clear this wasn't a matter of cold feet or teenage rebellion. Something terrible had happened. Flyers went up all over town. Billboards showed the 3 women's smiling faces. The media dubbed them the Springfield Three. Tips poured in. Psychics got involved. Search parties combed nearby woods, fields and rivers. Every lead went cold. Then came the theories. One of the first suspects was a convicted kidnapper named Robert Craig Cox. He had lived in Springfield at the time of the disappearances and had a history of violence. In 1995, while serving time for armed robbery in Texas, Cox told a journalist that he knew the women were dead and that they would never be found. But when police questioned him, he backtracked. No charges were filed. He remains a person of interest to this day. Another theory? That the women were victims of human trafficking. Some believe they were abducted and forced into a network that specialised in young women. Their sudden disappearance, lack of physical evidence, and the fact that no one reported hearing anything that night point to a carefully planned operation. Others focus on someone closer to home. There were rumours that Sherrill had been receiving strange phone calls in the weeks leading up to the disappearance. Suzie had a troubled ex-boyfriend, and Stacy had once been followed by an unknown man at a mall. Police investigated those angles, but nothing stuck. One of the most disturbing tips came in 2007. A witness claimed the women were buried under the parking garage of a local hospital, which was under construction at the time they vanished. The tip was eerily detailed, but police said it wasn't specific enough to justify tearing up concrete. Despite multiple requests from the public, ground-penetrating radar was never used on the site. Whether that tip held truth remains a painful unknown. Meanwhile, the case gained national attention. Shows like America's Most Wanted and Dateline featured the Springfield Three. Over the years, dozens of documentaries, books and podcasts have tried to crack the mystery, but still, no bodies, no suspects, no closure. The pain for the families is endless. Sherrill's son and Suzie's brother, Bart Streeter, has been outspoken about his frustration. He admits he had a troubled relationship with his mother and sister, but has been cleared by police. He believes someone knows what happened, but hasn't come forward. Stacy's parents, Janice and Stu McCall, spent years organising searches, offering rewards and begging for information. In a 1997 interview, Janice said, "You try to be hopeful, but when every single lead turns into nothing, then hope fades." In 2022, on the 30th anniversary of the disappearance, Springfield Police held a press conference. They said the case was still open, that new DNA testing was underway, but they would never stop searching for answers. But 30 years is a long time. So what really happened that night? Did someone enter the house and surprise them? Did the girls interrupt something or someone? Was it someone they knew, someone they trusted, or was it a stranger lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to strike? We may never know, but what we do know is this: 3 women vanished, and someone out there knows why.